Greetings and welcome to a Happy Capster production of the Mythos Mystery Society presents Mythoscon 2022, brought to you by Schmuckies. Schmuckies, legally you have to like it. Today we're playing a game. This is the final game of Mythoscon, which is the anniversary of the founding of the Mythos Mystery Society. This is the fourth one we've done now. And we're going to be playing the company with a very, very special guest. But I will throw it over to Maria first because Maria is GMing the game. So go nuts!
I'm doing it! Hello, everyone. Welcome to this game. I haven't run a game on the internet for a year. And I'm very excited and scared to do so. However, I'm here with some fantastic people whom I would like to give the opportunity to introduce themselves before. Don't introduce your characters yet. We'll do that in game. But introduce yourselves. And after you introduce your name and where people can find you and all that sort of stuff, give us a 2-sentence horror story that you find on the internet or wherever you happen to have one in your pocket or wherever you pull it from. And then toss it to someone else on the list of people. I'm going to start with John.
What? Hello, I am John Downey. I am a podcaster. I run the Outlaws Network podcast network. I am an opera singer. I am a professional beer brewer. I am very happy to be here. Thank you all for having me here. He, him are my pronouns. Here's my ready? Are you ready for it? My 2-sentence horror story. If you're prepared. I was told to recite a 2-sentence horror story. I decided to come up with it on my own.
What was that? Very good. Very
Are
good.
you scared? Are you scared? Because terrified. I was.
It's too scary to really.
I have to go.
I gotta go.
Sleep again.
John, toss it to someone.
Emma.
Hello. I'm Emma. You can also call me Dreadvoid Witch. I use she, her pronouns. I am a variety streamer on Twitch. I do TTRPG stuff as well. And during the daytime, I work at a elementary school as an administrator. All right. So here we go. Hold on to your butts for this one. It's actually kind of spooky. You hear your mom calling you into the kitchen. As you are heading down the stairs, you hear a whisper from the closet saying, "Don't go down there, honey. I heard it too."
Okay, thanks so much. Bye. Wait, Jason!
Sorry, my audio cut out. Did you say me?
Yeah, you.
Oh. I'm Jason. I can be found throughout the internet as Cuddler. I guess for what I do by day is I am a network technician.
Oh
and
my god.
My 2-sentence horror story. Growing up with cats and dogs, I got used to the sounds of scratching at my door while I slept. Now that I live alone, it's much more unsettling.
That would have been scarier if it wasn't the same one I read in the previous game.
This is still scary.
Today?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's okay.
Oh, well.
Who are you tossing it to, Jason?
You!
Oh my, I'm Dave, my pronouns are he, him. I run the Mythos Mystery Society, and you can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, all that stuff, Mythos Mystery Society, blah, blah, blah. And my 2-sentence horror story is, "Come on in, have a seat," said the dentist. Who invented the electric chair?
Oh, no.
Uh-oh!
Uh-oh.
We'll toss it over to Logan.
Oh, hi, I'm Logan. I use he, him pronouns. I wrote this game that we're going to play, the company, as well as other, games. I wrote Extraction from Demon Fucked Cleveland, 1996.
Any nominated game.
That's true. They there was a momentary lapse in judgment by any committee. And then I just released Metroscape Bloodbath for the Liminal Horror Jam, which is a one-shot that takes place in a roller rink. It has a spooky sound in it. You can find me on Twitter at L__Dean. That's a long L. And my 2-sentence horror story is, according to the computer's readouts, the astronauts' oxygen gave out 5 days ago. So why were they still screaming?
That one's great.
Well, that's gonna make mine real less. Okay, that's scary though. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
That was great. And if you're on this channel, hi, you should know me. This is my house. Hello, I'm Maria. I use they, she pronouns. Happy Capster everywhere on the internet. I do variety streams. I do TTRPGs. I do art sometimes, voice acting, and everything else. And I'm running this game. I'm running the game tonight. I have one that doesn't feel as scary. However, here we are. Yesterday, I wrote the number 69 on my wrist as a joke. Today, it's 68, and now it's not washing off.
Nice, but also spooky.
You ever seen that movie with Justin Timberlake?
It's like that movie with Justin Timberlake. You know the one.
Nice,
Nobody
but
can name it. Yeah, it was
No, Justin Timberlake, that one. All right. So we are playing The Company, everyone. This is a corporate satire TTRPG. It can be scary. It can be terrible. It can be great. We're going to try to go for all three of those things today. But before we get you into meeting all of these employees, I would like to turn your attention to a television that is playing a very important message for our employees, the entire employee base of Wuhan Baxter Corporation. The Wuhan Baxter Corporation had a prestigious history of innovation, invention, and manufacturing that spans over 300 years. If you can imagine it, WB has probably had a hand in making it a reality. And it's all thanks to you, the ever-dedicated employees of the company. Without you, none of the wonderful works of Wuhan Baxter would be possible. Know that through your contributions, you are paving the way for a bigger and brighter tomorrow. Your actions have a bigger impact than you could possibly know. And for that, we here at WB thank you and hope that you take full advantage of the employee care package left for you, courtesy of Sabaros. Make sure you grab a complimentary slice this week only. Just head to the Sabaros located on the floor. There's a long pause of static and a very long beep to make use of your coupon. A logo of the Wuhan Baxter Corporation spins lackadaisically on every screen in the complex as the voice of Jonas Baxter, chairman of the Wuhan Baxter Corporation, fades away. This week is Employee Appreciation Week, and the company wanted to make sure everyone felt appreciated by playing the entire employee appreciation message every 22 minutes. No employee will feel unappreciated today. You will hear this announcement fading away for the second time as you sit in a waiting room by the hangar bay. You were all told this morning that you were being assigned to another life-altering assignment and that this job would surely be the most important job of your career, just like all of the other ones. You were all informed that you would be briefed on your way to the site, and so, until that moment comes, here you sit, waiting on company time. We pan around the room, and we see 5 individuals. Maybe you've worked together, maybe you've just seen each other in passing. Perhaps this is your first field mission. Perhaps this is your 700th field mission. But as we look around, we see one Chester Fox. Chester, if you would like to describe yourself and what you could possibly be doing as you've been sitting here probably for close to 40 minutes or so, waiting.
So Chester's pretty slouched in his chair, looking awfully bored. He's constantly glancing at a phone, at a watch, back and forth. He's always scrolling, doing something on it. and he's, just dressed pretty in a business casual way, open button-down shirt, dark jeans, and you see that he's, he always has a big tablet with him. And he's just kind of just looking around the room, just letting out big sighs like he's been through this before.
Excellent. We move over not too terribly far away from where you are, where we see Smokey Langdon. Smokey, or Bits, however you like to be referred to by whomever you're around. What are you doing as you're waiting?
So Smokey's got her feet up, probably on like a chair that she has pulled up closer to her, and she's got like brown hair that's like a little bit wavy, maybe to like her shoulders, a little bit longer than that. It's kind of messy. She's also wearing she's just wearing like work clothes, but like messy work clothes, like combat boots, jeans that've got like some rips at them, and just a black shirt and flannel. And she, in her hand, is like tossing up and down this screwdriver that looks really old. It probably can't really be used as a screwdriver anymore. And she's just staring off at the wall while like throwing this in the air and catching it, and throwing it back in the air and catching it.
Perfect. Across the way from where you're sitting, we see the third individual who's been called to this meeting, Boston Rob.
Oh, Boston Rob is sitting on a cargo container, like a crate. He's got a full Kevlar vest on. You can see at least a sidearm and a big knife. Some assorted pouches, like a Rob Liefeld drawing a cable, just like all down the front, around the belt, a couple on his sides, just too many pockets really. And he's got a big scar across his face. He's wearing like a tactical scarf like this, and he's thumbing through a paperback copy of Watership Down. And
Incredible.
Gently, like, it licks his finger every time he turns the page.
Nearby, standing, sitting, or however else occupying their time, Clifton. Some people call you Stitch. And maybe we'll understand why, but what are you doing?
Standing nearby this screen that's showing the Employee Appreciation Week stuff video puff piece, you see Stitch, or Clifton, who is, this is a very tired man. You can see like heavy rings, bags under the eyes, and he's wearing a very functional suit, definitely dressed as appropriately as possible for work. It is a full suit. It's a skinny tie that's like a little too tight, and you can tell that the fabric of the suit was designed to be like what do they call it, like exercise friend. Like you can kind of do some movement in it and it won't take any damage. Like it's a very functional suit. And he has a little notepad, and he's furiously writing down the names, obviously I guess of just people that he knows the names of that are walking by the video, and nodding or like making reactions that they're like, if anyone's scoffing at the video, or if anyone is like actively showing signs that they're like, this bullshit, right? I'm marking down those people, and I'm gonna fucking talk to them as soon as I possibly can.
Excellent. Someone who might have something to say about that or related things, Rex.
So Rex, I want to say Rex is just sitting in the room. He's very much like a sentinel, just kind of sitting in the back. He has the kind of power of a person that you all haven't seen but have seen referenced in emails. That name has come up. That's the kind of power Rex has. He is this mythical creature that is so important you've never seen him, but you have heard of him. He's not really like top brass or anything like that, but he is what you would consider a bigwig. And when he sits in the room, he's all business. He's the kind of person that definitely has thrown people under buses to get where he is. And he is very much for the company, by the company, and made out of the company. So he sits in the back of the room very sternly, almost like Gendo Akari, just kind of like putting his hands up like this under his face as he just watches the TV with a very stern look. Not really caring about the peons around him. Just, he knows that they're gonna come back, they're gonna do the job for him, or they're gonna not come back. So that's basically, he doesn't get attached to people he works with, he just, or people who work for him. He gets attached to people he works with because his peers are other executives. But yes, when it comes to the people in this room, enjoy your pizza, Barty. It may be your last.
Fantastic. So these 5 individuals are stuffed in this room. Now, has anyone here worked with anyone else here? Rex is excluded from this. None of you have worked with Rex before. That is absolutely nothing that has happened. But has anyone here worked with each other before on past jobs? Or, conversely, is this anyone's first job?
I can at least safely say this is probably not Smokey's first job. She's like 42, so
Incredible.
She's a little bit... She's getting to that point where she's got like 2 middle fingers in the air, and she's like, been here, done that, and I don't like Rex. I don't know. Rex probably knows that, but yeah.
I think Rex assumes that.
Yeah. And so I think it's probably safe to say that if there are other people here who are not new, Smokey has at least encountered them at one point or another, and I'm sure that she has gone to Clifton on more than one occasion for some kind of injury that she has gotten because she tried to put one thing into something else, and instead her finger got all fucked up. So
you would have heard him ramble at you for a while about how we need to be organizing and making sure that the company pays us what we're owed, and that the company needs to be treating us right, and that they can't punish us all. Look, they can't punish us all, okay? If we just get together and sign this piece of paper, they can't punish us all, okay?
Definitely
Remember
won't
that.
be able to punish you all.
They can't keep on sending us on life-threatening missions without paying up. That's all I'm saying. And you agree with me? That these people agree with me?
I wouldn't speak for Boston Rob. He's a lifer. I came from PMC, so this is paying way better. I'd say I probably worked with everybody here at some point. But I'm also the sole survivor of multiple missions. So
Interesting.
people just die around me. I don't kill them.
Rex does.
I'll say Chester's pretty new to the company, but experienced in the work. So he just doesn't really know who anybody's really, what work they really do. That's why he's just kind of like scrolling through his phone. He's seen a million corporate orientations in his career, so he's just like, yeah, another one like this. Okay, I've seen like 80 of these in the past 10 years. So he's just pretty relaxed, and doesn't really even try to get a sense of anyone around him.
Excellent. You all sit probably for another 10 minutes or so, and just as another replay of the Wuhan Baxter Corporation starts, the door to the hangar bay opens, and you see a fairly nondescript, generic NPC person in a suit and sunglasses pop their head through the door. They simply say, "They're ready for you," and then they walk past you back into the main complex, leaving the door open.
I want to say Rex gets up first, almost like he was just waiting for that to happen. Like, fixes his suit jacket and follows, doesn't say a word to anybody.
Smokey will get up afterwards and fix her flannel, and then follow behind, kind of a little bit mockingly, to whatever kind of walk Rex does.
Yeah, Boston Rob will open a pouch, like right here, just put the paperback in it, snug, and then make his way in.
Chester's gonna realize that people are getting up and and stand up, look at the desk, make sure he's got everything, like checks the seat to make sure nothing fell out of his pockets, like takes a look around just to make sure that like there's nothing that he needs to grab again, and then follows and just kind of blindly follows where the crowd is going.
Stitch would have been sort of not paying attention while he was writing a full-on manifesto in his little teeny notebook, and then will realize that everyone is gone, and then quickly run to where he needs to be.
Excellent. You all walk through the doors, and it is a fairly expansive hangar bay. There are some private jets that are stowed here. There are also some helicopters that are used. And if all of you have been on at least one mission, these are just some of the ways that employees are transported to different jobs, sites, etc. Some corporate bigwigs also use the private jets for their own personal use, even though they're not supposed to, but who's going to stop them? But you see that one of the helicopters is just outside the open, large hangar bay door. Propellers already whirring. You can see that there is another nondescript suited individual standing nearby that helicopter. Sees first Rex and then the rest of you, and just kind of waves you over. In their hand are a handful of envelopes, all identical looking. And as you all approach, you're each handed a envelope.
I want to
wordless.
say,
Go ahead.
because this is probably the briefing, right?
You all would know that, yes, this is quite possibly the briefing that you were anticipating.
Rex just walks straight into the helicopter because he doesn't need it.
Okay, perfect. The hand is still outstretched, and it just literally just moves to the next person, not even stopping to make sure that you have it.
I'm gonna push through and snag whatever, like the first one that's handed out.
Okay.
I want to start reading it as soon as possible. I'm gonna read all the fucking fine print. Watch out.
Fantastic. Does anybody not get in the helicopter? I just want to make sure, because if so, this is going to be a real short game for you.
Let me ask, is anyone not getting in the helicopter?
Yeah, actually, I was going to go see a movie instead.
How much do you
good.
like your family? Get in the helicopter.
All right.
Threatening our families. Okay, let's...
You all get situated, and they close the door behind you. They stuff the extra envelope in their jacket pocket in the inside, and start walking away as the pilot starts to take off. Inside your envelopes, you find a couple of things. One is the briefing itself. The second is a photo as well as a blueprint of a train. A very modern, looks like almost like a high-speed train, like they use in like the bullet trains in Japan, but not quite. So on the briefing, you all read the following. A train from Cliffside Logistics is carrying a newly discovered chemical compound and some key testing data to a secure WB testing facility. Less than 3 hours ago, communications were cut off with the train, and data suggests that certain safety measures have been enacted on board. Due to the classified nature of the information on board that train, should communications not be reinstated between the conductor and our awaiting team, a drone airstrike will be launched to ensure that no classified information becomes compromised. You will have 2 hours from time of entry to see this through. Your mission is to secure any compound X1-171 and research pertaining thereto, investigate the cause of emergency, and reestablish secured communication with the conductor of Cliffside Logistics. The long and short of it is, there's a train. It's got some stuff on it. They lost communication with it. Something happened on the train to cause this to happen. The train is still in motion. By the time you are set onto the train, you will have 2 hours to get everything you need to get and hopefully get in communication or exit the train or whatever else you want to do. But you have some time between now and when you approach the train if anyone would like to have any discussions. Now is your time to do so.
Don't usually have suits on these flights. What's up with Rex over here? He's got a name badge? You got a name badge?
You just know who he is. He's Rex Coolidge. Of course you know who he is. He looks. He just kind of is sitting there with his leg crossed, sitting on the plane. We're on the helicopter now, flying to the destination. Is what you're saying? He
Correct.
looks over.
So
at
you all have the headpieces and a microphone and everything, so you can actually hear each other.
He looks over at you, and he just goes. You asking too many questions. He just goes. Did you enjoy the pizza party?
I had pizza party. I can't eat cheese. I'm lactose intolerant. Listen. If I need to know what you're doing here, because I got to keep your ass alive. So if you give me any more information about what we're about to throw our asses into, I'd really enjoy hearing it.
That is something you have to work a little bit harder to get. Just follow my orders, and you'll be fine.
I don't know what I was expecting.
Also, if you could just tell whoever the appropriate people to tell that pizza parties aren't gonna keep us silent forever. So just remember that there's a revolution coming. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say to you.
Would you like tickets to Dave and Buster's, or what? We've done all we can.
Jokester. Oh.
He smiles, obviously fucking with you.
I'm just gonna look at Rex and be like, "Do you want your emails leaked?
Do you want to go home to your family?
What family?
What house, more so? You know, the one on 257 Alderside Lane.
Could we all perhaps maybe just be quiet so we could perhaps be just a little bit reflective on our way over here, and so I don't have to hear any of this nonsense?
Smokey?
Finally, a great idea.
Chester? Ape together strong.
What does that mean?
All right now. You're right. There.
Ape together strong?
They can't get away with threatening us and our families and our homes and our Dave and Buster trips.
Brother, we're on a helicopter they own. They can get away with whatever they want right now.
And Rex says nothing. It just looks like you can't see his eyes through his sunglasses, but he's just looking at you.
I've got contracts written up. I can read them to you as soon as this mission's over.
I'd love to see what our lawyers can do with those. Should be an entertaining ride.
I bet you fucking would.
I'm gonna turn the volume on my headset down, and I'm gonna pull my book out and just start reading it.
Sir, I'm sorry. You're not allowed on company time.
Smokey's gonna take a nap.
Fantastic. You definitely have time to do so. It takes about an hour and a half to get there. But soon enough, you find yourself in a fairly rocky, one would say, cliffside location. And you can see that you are actually following, from the other side, a train track. And eventually you can see you are approaching this very large train. And by very large, I mean it's not as large as it's 7 cars, but the cars are pretty long.
On the flight, can I pull up on my tablet, like, the train layout?
Sure. Yeah, you were given that. You know that there are, as I said before you even see it, there are 7 cars. The specifics of them, you know, the engine is in the front. There is a actually let me actually have you roll, because there is more data as opposed to just seeing that there are 7 cars. But it is slightly encrypted, as if they maybe didn't want you to know exactly what each car was. So let's have you make a roll, your first roll of the entire freaking game. Oh my god.
Am I rolling hack?
I believe you're going to be rolling hack.
Okay.
You freaking hacker, you.
I have 1 success out of 2.
1 success is what you needed for this. So for your success, you are able to get a very basic breakdown of what each of these cars has been used for in the past. This is a transport vessel that has been used by WB before for transporting various different things around the old continental United States and or other countries, because they probably have them elsewhere. But you know that there are 7 cars. You have yourself an engine, you have a security car, one that is marked holding, a flatbed, a science car, a chemical car, and a data car. You see that the helicopter is headed towards that flatbed. And you hear the pilot, and perhaps Boston doesn't hear the pilot, depending on whether or not they turn their headphone on, say to you all, "All right, we're gonna make a pretty fast and dirty landing towards the flatbed, so do pick up your feet when we get there. We'll be waiting to hear back from you as soon as you get the communications back up." And that's it. And they begin their descent.